Hey friends, it's Whitney, your host with Nina's Embroidery. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my magnets. I've actually had several people of you ask me where I got these little things, and these are actually a DIY that I did a while back ago. A lady had messaged me on Facebook and said, can you try to use magnets on your fast frames to hold your stabilizer on it without having to use sticky back stabilizer. So I was like, I'm gonna give this a try. So I went to Walmart and I picked up this really long magnetic bar, and it was from the home department, like tools and all that stuff. So I got it home and started looking at it. I was like, oh my gosh, it's just a giant magnet and I can't use that. Then, that looks nice, Caitlin. Then I started peeling back the paper and it revealed 3 of these magnets inside. So I bought 2 and I have 6 magnets in all, but it had 3 magnets all in a row like this, really tight together. It was wrapped in, it had the metal bar to secure it, and then it had the paper and all the adhesive and stuff to hold them down in place. So I took everything apart, and the magnets were really not greasy, but just dirty. They hadn't been cleaned very well, and the residue from the magnet kept coming off on my hands. And I do a lot of work on white t-shirts, so I didn't want them to rub and get that gunk onto my shirt. So I decided to take some felt. I'll zoom in here for you. Some, I said felt, I meant fleece lining fabric. Beautiful. I like it. Now you need to go get your shoes on, because that's your princess crown. So I individually cut every piece down, and it's kind of looks like a hot mess in person because I was just kind of, doing this and watching Caitlin run around the room. So I hot glued everything on here, and I did it for all 6 pieces. The other pieces are actually on my fridge. These are super strong magnets, and some of you guys have seen these magnets being used on my fast frames. So let me zoom back out here and I'll show you how I use it on my fast frame. So I did try my friend's idea on using the magnets all along the side and the top and stuff to hold the the stabilizer. Hey, Cinderella. Stabilizer in place. Give me just a minute. I'm almost done. Okay. Give me just a minute. To hold the stabilizer in place, but there wasn't enough tension, and the stabilizer was getting pulled into my bobbin arm. So that was not a pretty sight and not fun to clean up. So what I end up doing is, I used to have a little tether in a bag with a few pebbles in it, and it would kind of dangle. So this would be attached to the machine, and then the bag would hang down here. But I still had bouncing from the bag. So the alternative was to use these magnets, and I actually really like this for a stabilizer on my fast frames, especially on this really big one. Now the smaller ones, I don't necessarily need to use them, but what I do is I take 2 magnets, and when my stabilizer and my shirt's on the fast frame, I just lock it into place like this. Okay? Whoop. There we go. And I sandwich everything. Here, take your crayon. I I take everything and sandwich it together, and this really gives it enough support. Now, okay, as a disclaimer, let me just say that if you are using magnets or a weight or anything to hold down the fast frames as they're on your machine, Brother will not honor the warranty because these weights were not included with your machine, or they weren't an extra purchase from Brother. So they don't recognize this. So if something happens with your embroidery machine because of the magnets, you are liable to replace it or fix it on your own, and Brother will not do that, okay? So I know the risk, but I don't like this just flopping up and down and making a nuisance inside my embroidery machine. So, you know, use this or another method at your own risk, basically. And I think this is a great tool to help you with stabilization on your large embroidery fast frames. So thank you guys so much for watching this embroidery tip and just a needles chat. I want to point out that I do have a new setup for my camera. My husband is amazing. He works at a metal shop with his dad, so they kind of co-own it, work together, and he made me a boom for my camera so I can have a top angle view. Isn't that awesome, guys? He's just amazing, and he surprised me with it last night. And I teared up a little bit because, you know, it's always nice to have your spouse thinking of you, and I enjoy making videos, and he knows that, so he made something that I would enjoy using. All right, guys, I love you all. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, shares. You guys sharing my videos actually really does help me grow my viewers, and then the comments, guys, you guys are doing amazing with the comments. Thank you for asking questions and giving me tips. I certainly do appreciate it. Great ideas coming through. Facebook me and all that jazz if you have any other questions about these little magnets right here. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye!